All right. Well, we're recording, and I'm just doing Forex right now. I'm just gonna say screw crypto. We're gonna do Euro USD. So let's head on over. Well, maybe not. I forgot to check the sources, and the reason I wanted to do Forex tonight is because, well, for one, I mean, I just jumped on Twitter and everybody's freaking about meme coins and God knows what else. Um, but it was just it was like people what somebody said something about like Shibu Army and all this crap. And I'm like, what utility does Shiba Inu have? No utility whatsoever. I swear, people, and it was a crypto investment. Yeah, wait till someone rug pulls you on that one. I'm not getting. Maybe I'm old school, and maybe I want to see something that is going to be useful to the crypto world, not just a meme coin. Call me crazy, but I kind of like those things. So instead, we're gonna go after Euro USD. And I'm gonna show you some smart money stuff on Euro USD. How about that? All right, so first, what I have boxed in here, this is the Asian range. All right, I'm on a 5 minute or 15-minute chart right now. I probably could have gone on the 5 minute, but right above this, it kind of little dips down in here in this Asian range. Also, the daily looks red because it did this. It started right around in here. But you can see doing three spikes all up in pretty much the same height. I actually want to do check on that 16090, 16090, 16091. Oh, okay. So right here, what we have is called liquidity. Yeah, what does liquidity mean? This is where people who are scalpers are expecting, retail scalpers, I should say, are expecting it to go short. They're going to expect it to go short because they don't know anything else. Um, but if you do a top-down analysis of this, and mine's going to look really weird because I have a lot of weird notes on it, but what has happened with Euro USD is that after, I think it was Thursday's run up and then Friday's down, um, it Friday's run up came up and it hit exactly to where the daily bearish order block was. So there was a daily bearish order block right here where this green candle is. This big green candle that goes up, boom. There's a 4-hour order block above that somewhere. So I'm expecting Euro. This week, even though it kind of consolidated last week and then did a up down kind of last minute move, I was expecting it to go down almost. Well, I expected to get lower in the beginning of the week and then go up in the later in the week. Instead, it went up later in the week and then dropped at the end of the week. So it was going toward where I wanted it to go, and that was dropping into this daily order block. Right, and it did. It finally dropped into the daily order block on Friday. Now, below here, there's a daily fair value gap that was left from 2012. I don't think it's going to drop into here. Um, There's also a breaker from 2012. I don't think it's going to drop into here with the way the dollar is acting. The way the dollar should be acting is it should be losing strength, not gaining strength. So therefore, we should be. I mean, what we could see, we could possibly see it drop down into here. We could. But I think overall sentiment of Euro USD is that Euro is going to finally pop up and start being more bullish. Biggest reasoning I have right now. I didn't mean for that. I don't even know what this is. Why is this opening? And a fly just landed on my. There's a fly flying around here. It's pissing me off. But is this right here? Look at this from 30th of July to September 3rd. You basically have two equal highs. All right, now that is big liquidity. That is going to be an area that it is going to go after. And it's going to go after that for one reason. There's going to be a lot of sitting limits right here. Limits, what I mean by that, people wanting to go short because they think that once it gets close to here, probably, it's already went short twice. So this is a safe, quote unquote, safe resistance, right? And also, you're going to have those people that if it's not a safe resistance, you're going to have people going long. You have people going long as soon as it cracks that line. And then they're probably going to have a short stop loss. So what eventually is going to happen is that price is going to come up here and go, oh, got you. Oh, got you. Oh, and it got you, and it got it, and eventually it's going to go up. So that's what happens whenever there's areas like this, but it attacks them. It will attack it. I guarantee. I'm just going to leave this here to remind us later of what's going to happen to that area. So now we drop down to the 4 hour. There was a 4 hour order block also that it dropped down into and hit. So that was right here. Here's a 4 hour order block. And actually, I mean, if we really want to get down to it, here's the also 4 hour order block. That kind of just hit the bottom of. One thing I like about Apple mouses and not Bluetooth mouses made for Apple, I want to get ones directly from Apple, is that you don't have a right click button that screws everything up. All right, close enough. All right, so there's another 4 hour order block. So what it do today, I wanted to wait and see what it did today before I did anything. So, and here's the daily order block here. So drop down into the daily, drop down into the 4 hour, drop down into the last 4 hour. After the last 4 hour, boom, starts going back up. And this is where I see the bullish sentiment in Euro USD. And that's why we can probably drop down to the hour. It looks like it's closing in on this fair value gap here. All right. And these are old fair value gaps, 1 hour fair value gaps that they've closed in on already. And probably pull those shut. Because those are just ran. But halfway through this fair value gap, it's 1 hour. Actually, I could probably get rid of both of these boxes because they're kind of irrelevant. I wanted to see how high this ran. Ran 109 pips that day. I don't want to know what it ran low, but right here, bearish order block. Let's go ahead and change that. Negative OB. I don't care if it's gold. All right, so we stretch this out. You got a liquidity. See, this could stay. This is the thing. This is one thing I've learned is that even though there's liquidity nearby, don't. I've tried to break myself from expecting it to break that liquidity like almost automatically. That's one thing I would see that when I first learned about smart money, and I'd be like, "Ooh, a bunch of equal highs. It's gonna go after it." Yeah, it probably will. But ooh, look, we also have equal lows as well. So what I'm expecting personally is that there's a small little gap down in here too. Now, it's after it's 11:28 Central Time, so that'd be 12:28 New York time. All right, the real time has started, meaning the algorithmic time has started. All right, algorithmic time starts midnight New York time. Hold on, never mind. I'm expecting this to go up. People are probably going to chase this. It's going to get above the Asian range. It's probably going to get near this liquidity line, drop down into here. And then that's where actually tomorrow. You know what? I haven't checked Forex Factory. That should be a good thing to do. Not Forex Factory. I don't know what that is, but let's put an A in there. All right. Today, November 1st. Ooh, we had some, looks like some ISM. I don't know what this ISM manufacturing PMI was at 9. But okay. Tomorrow. Man, there's no USD or Euro stuff that's going to be heavy on. Let's see if there's anything. Hold on. Apply filter. All right. Okay, so manufacturing PMI coming out for the Euro right at about the end of the London kill zone. Odd. Okay. Words total vehicle sales. Okay, so nothing highly impactful tomorrow. Wednesday, FOMC. Oh, snap. All right, so Wednesday is going to be a volatile day. We are on non-farm payroll as well. All right. So we got today and tomorrow to make trades. I don't know if I would be making a trade for FOMC or not, since it's also non-farm payroll. This is gonna be a tough week. And then Thursday, Of course, we're going to have unemployment claims. That's going to be amazing. And then just before our unemployment claims, we are going to have a lot of British pound, um, heavy stuff. And then, of course, Friday. We're going to take a look at Friday. Non-farm payroll change or non-farm employment change. Unemployment rate for Canada. Average hourly earnings, which sucks because the average hourly earnings is less than an inflation rate. So unless the average hourly earnings tick up about 13%, people are actually losing money right now if you have your money just sitting in a savings account. So be investing in something. All right. Now that we got that said, I wonder what that's going to lead us to. What it's going to trick us to. Ooh, this is a tough one. Usually I can think about a week and see and kind of picture how the week might play out. With this, I'm not so sure. But I would expect this. All right. Midnight start time. Whatever. Yeah. People are chasing it right now. And then I would expect it anywhere in between here and here. I don't expect it to break the liquidity during or before New York. I would expect it. If it does, it's going to barely break it, and then drop during the London session. And then I would expect it to drop down to here, at least where this gap is, and then possibly that could be where it stops. We could see it break it, and then just slowly drop all the way down into the New York session. And well, it's definitely, I definitely think it would break these lows right here, and then maybe do a pullback, or actually stop right at it, pull back, and then drop hard. That's what I think probably would happen during the New York session, actually. Wow, it is running fast. Trying to run fast, I should say. Okay. But it just left a spike. Okay, so what did it do? Looks like that. Okay, and closed in that fair value gap. Hit the bearish order block. Or, yeah, got about as high as the bearish order block. Pull back down just a little bit. Now I think it's going to slow it down a little bit. Okay. Or no, it hit this bearish order block. No, it's all right. Let me get a horizontal ray. Find out. Okay. So what I think would probably happen is it probably get about halfway through this green candle here, this last 5 minute candle. It goes up, and that was 350 somewhere around there today. So right around close time, you could just see it go, just shoot up. All right, and then Everybody's going to chase it up, and then it's going to drop. But how far is it going to drop? I don't know, because this is only 7 pips. This whole Asian range is 7 pips. I'd like to see it in between 15 and 20, because that's how you can kind of gauge how far it could possibly go. The Asian range is a good indicator as to what. Oops, didn't mean to move that. I grab it from down here instead. If we could find some confluences, that would be amazing too. Hold on. Let me grab this guy, because I don't think, hold on. Okay, yeah. It's gotten low from the Asian range. Okay. So just below, the second deviation, for deviation number 1, I guess you could say, is the daily order block again. I don't know if there would be, I don't know if that'd be considered a reclaimed order block. But you also have this odd little high. I mean, not high. This would be a mitigation as well. So you could, that little tiny, and when I say tiny, yes, there's a tiny little gap in here. And it could come down and hit the top of this, which would be a mitigation block. Meaning that right here, when the big money people tried to sell, they sold hard to drop it, to try to get people to chase it, and then bought even harder. They're still holding onto this position because nothing has come down and touched it yet. So that's why I believe that we are. Oh, it already jumped up into here. Okay. And I have a feeling, even though it did jump up into here, into the order block, it's going to start pushing. Probably hit near liquidity, drop, boom, down into here, hit mitigation, and then go back up. So, actually, I probably shouldn't do that. I should probably do something more like, where's a brush or something like that, or a highlighter? Here we go. Let's do brush. Oops. All right. So, something like this, and then I would expect, boom, come back up just a little bit, fake people out, boom, and there's your end of your day. That's what I'm seeing. And then tomorrow, not tomorrow, but Wednesday, since Wednesday is FOMC, I have a feeling it's probably going to fake people out to go lower and then just smash right through this liquidity that's up here. That's just what I see. This is what I'm thinking. Who knows? We'll have to wait and find out, though, huh, guys? All right, I'm going to try to figure out how to erase this thing. I think it just click on it and erase it. Okay, there we go. And actually, I want to actually watch this just for a little bit longer. Just to see if it's actually going to try to break this liquidity or not. Because I don't think it is. I think this is about where I thought it might turn around. I could be absolutely shocked to learn that it could get higher than this, though. But just above here, though, there's a bearish order block. Not a bearish order block. Well, a bearish breaker. You have this block down at the exact same time as a fair value gap opening. So once it does break this liquidity, your next target is going to be this area here. And so many people are chasing this, it's not even funny. See, old me would have bought right then because I thought it would probably break the liquidity. Now I'm starting to understand it's going to try to create more liquidity. That way it can come back to it later and just bust through it. So I'm going to put I would possibly go short here. And man, if it does get all the way down here, that's, oh, fine. Okay, never mind. That's not a, it's a hat. It's a 8.5 pip. I was thinking it was more of like a large institutional number. Kind of like 5,900 is. Or actually 5,800 is an institutional number. This right here is an institutional number. Interesting. Okay. Where are we at now? 6? Exactly at 6. Okay. And it's just barely. Well, actually 6,000 was right here. When you get to an institutional number like that, usually you'll find, but it's got to be the right time. It's got to be the right time. Whenever it crosses a number like this, what time was it when it crossed there? 1 o'clock? Yeah, it wasn't the right time. If we see it head down through here during London, we could see it drop a good 30 to 40 pips. So I go short. And I would make my stop probably just above this. So maybe even 14 pips. 162. And then take profit. So I think what's going to happen is that since tomorrow is Tuesday, we have a weekly profile, right? Weekly profile is that if we're going to see a bear or a bullish week, usually you hit your low on a Tuesday. But it could have came. Hold on. When did everything? Okay, November 1st. That was today. October 31st. That was last night. Maybe we've already seen our low. I mean, because right here was the end of the week last week. We've already seen it come in, dip down. Oh, we have almost a double low here. Didn't see that earlier. Okay, so this could be a very interesting week. Maybe you can come down and tap that 4-hour order block again. Maybe even drop a little bit lower. Or none of that could happen. This fly is really annoying me right now. Now I'm going to go back to the hour really quick to see where is the next red candle. There it is. Balanced though. I really don't see any redelivery balances. What you do see is that 1 hour fair value gap there, comes down. Asian range hits the bottom of the 1 hour fair value gap. Interesting. Okay. So 1 hour fair value gap already covered. And I think we will see this go lower. Okay. And possibly even lower. Let's see what the 15 looks like. Yeah, it may be. Okay. Because the 15, this does drop this whole bearish order block-ish thing here. And then we do have, I mean, look at the bottom of that candle. Look how solid that is. That is an institutional move. Whenever it switches times like that, You go from one time to the other, and all of a sudden it just boom goes the other way. There's no huge wick on it or anything. That's an institutional move. It is coming back down to that spot. So I am going to guess. Not guess. I'm going to what I guess you could say educational guess. But just to play it safe, I would like to see it get underneath this this little wick here. So my target would actually be somewhere around there. Only 20 pips. But still, 20 pips is 20 pips. If you can get 20 pips every day, you can be a millionaire. As long as you have enough money in your account and you can compound daily, it doesn't matter. 20 pips is 20 pips. One 5 8 5 8. I would say 158 5 8 5 is what I would aim for. See, yeah, I know you could hear that fly in the microphone. If you can't, maybe I'm just going crazy. No, I thought I could hear it in the microphone. All right, there we go. All right, that is all I got. That's what I'm thinking for right now. And we shall see if this comes to fruition. Other than that, I shall see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, people.